trying to sabotage the trial. Mark Gordon then sacked his lawyers and questioned Constance Martin himself, allowing her to launch a vitriolic attack on her family, accusing them of prejudice, of not wanting her to be alive, and of stopping at nothing to get what they want. When he gave evidence, Mark Gordon insisted the couple had taken good care of Victoria and said the police manhunt was what forced them to go on the run and ultimately led to her death. Despite the months of disruptive behaviour by Constance Martin and Mark Gordon, the trial eventually limped to an end, with the jury finding them guilty of manslaughter by gross negligence.
If I'd have stayed, would they have still insisted on leaving the scene? Would the baby have survived? That stayed with me for quite a long time.
The story that I see is very different from what you see on the headlines. The story that I see is a young girl who was taken to an awful place, was broken down, doesn't understand what happened to her, and is therefore unable to process what's happening to her now. And she really, really needs help.
I'm not going to draw the sword and scorn my brother for anything right now. He made a mistake, and it's a terrible mistake, and that's what he's going to have to live with the rest of his life.
I look at my wider team, and I think, there's not probably a case that's probably ever had the impact it's had. I don't want to see another case like this. Baby Victoria had a short life. What can be done to improve outreach to couples like this who may need extra support? I think there's a conversation that we need to have nationally around protecting unborn future children.
It's very sad. The first few weeks of her life were sad, and she must have been cold for her lifetime, however long that was, which we may never know.
Hello there. Last night was the coldest night of the winter so far. Temperatures were down as low as -9°C. Tonight is not going to be as cold, and that's because there's going to be a stronger wind, which will introduce more cloud, and for northern parts of the UK, it'll bring with it some wet weather as well. High pressure that trapped the cold air is being replaced by falling pressure from the north, which is going to bring stronger winds, and some rain, which will push its way across Scotland, into Northern Ireland and across Northern England, with cloud heading further south. Those rain showers will be followed by snow showers across northern Scotland as we introduce Arctic air. That's the first signs of Arctic air. These are the minimum temperatures. It's going to be particularly windy in the far northeast of Scotland for a while, and those snow showers will continue across northern Scotland during Thursday. Any rain across these southern areas pushes through. It'll be followed by some sunshine. There will be a stream of showers coming in on those stronger winds, and it's going to feel particularly cold in those wintry showers across northern parts of Scotland. Further south, temperatures will be at 6s and 7s. During Thursday evening and Thursday night, there could be some snow showers falling across Northern Ireland, leading to icy conditions. And just for a few hours, we could see some snow heading across Wales, Midlands and southern England, clearing away to leave icy patches. But it's going to be northern Scotland that remains in the firing line throughout the first few days of the year. Here we're going to find some frequent and heavy snow showers.
The day's most important stories, sent every weekday direct to your inbox. Get the news you need to know and understand what it means for you. Don't miss out. Stay informed. Go to bbc.co.uk/newsdaily and sign up now.
I'm Lauren Taylor, you're watching BBC News. People around the world are celebrating New Year's Eve. This hour, they're marking the first moments of 2026 across Thailand, Vietnam, Jakarta in Indonesia. Let's have a little look there at Thailand. So that's Thailand ringing in the new year with a dramatic fireworks display there over the Siam, the icon Siam by the Chao Phraya River. Let's bring in Greg Mackenzie, who's in London for us. So it's a little bit of ahead of time for you, but tell us how the build-up is going there.
Well, it's a few hours away, but London will be lit up in the skyline with fireworks. Europe's biggest fireworks display indeed. 12,000 fireworks will light up the famous London skyline at midnight. Of course, Big Ben, the chimes will ring, and that will officially mark the beginning of 2026. Now, 100,000 people have got tickets to be along the River Thames here to experience this. A few queuing up already have told me a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, that music show will also take place here. The music will be in sync with all the fireworks. Now, it's taken weeks for preparations here, and the final preparations are underway. There's a staff of 30 in those pods just behind me making those final preparations, those 12,000 fireworks, which makes this Europe's biggest fireworks display. Now, there will be messages played out. Last year, it was the King, a pre-recorded message from King Charles, honouring our National Health Service, the Fire Service, and of course the police. And we're not sure yet of the theme for this year. The Mayor of London is about to speak to us in the next hour, where he will reveal what the theme this year will be. Last year, it was all about unity and bringing the country together.
Greg, thank you very much indeed, and we'll come back to you a little later on as it hots up. Meantime, let's have a quick look again at the live pictures. That's the fireworks display in Bangkok that's underway, and Bangkok is really going to town with New Year this time. They've got 12 venues for the 2026 countdown events and all these fireworks. This is one of the major ones, though. Concerts, fireworks, giant illuminations and parades around Bangkok and also around Thailand. Indonesia is also celebrating the New Year. I think we can see pictures of Indonesia, Jakarta, the New Year with a drone show. These are live pictures there from Jakarta. Let's have a little listen in. And let's take you briefly to Vietnam, where a concert is underway to mark 2026. Let's have a quick listen. To Bangkok now, and that firework display is still going on as they bring in 2026 in grand style. Well, let's leave those fireworks in Bangkok to show you how the New Year has been welcomed in other countries around the world. Let's have a look at this one. This was Auckland in New Zealand. They celebrated the start of 2026 with laser lights and a fireworks display over the city's Sky Tower and Harbour Bridge. And a few hours after that, Sydney welcomed in the new year with a display over the harbour with 40,000 pyrotechnic effects stretching 7 kilometres across buildings and barges